Hello everyone, welcome back to another Pokemon Champions video. Finally, I know this video is long overdue, but I do believe it's important because it's basically showing showing me continuing my first official rank grind in Pokemon Champions. So I do believe that's something to show. But I don't want to talk too much about it. Let's just review our team really quick, and then we can get into the battles. All right, so this is our team for our this is our second team that we used as we climbed the ladder in Pokemon Champions first season. So the Pokemon are Archaludon, Palafin, Dragonite, Incineroar, Espathra, and Sneasler. Now, the reason I decided to change my team, I did want to bring my first team to see how far I could take it in the first season, and hopefully get even to champions. But I guess that was wishful thinking. But I did hit the Ultra Ball tier with my first team, and after that, things got a bit complicated. The teams were much more complex. I was having fun with the team still, and I did get some wins, but they were very difficult. And as soon as I'd get maybe one or two wins, I'd get the same amount of loss. So that was a bit inconvenient. Well, it's inconvenient for climbing the ladder. It's still a fun team to use. Also, a bunch of teams were running Mega Evolutions, which were definitely game changers. So I decided to run my own, and I decided to use Dragonite, and simply because I was using it on my previous team, but I didn't really include it in any battle, so I think this was a good chance for me to use it. So you'll see here that it's now a special attacking Dragonite with Dragon Pulse, Air Slash, and Flamethrower. Also Roost. And you can also see the rest of the team here. You can feel free to pause at any time if you want to see the moves, the items, or the stats, the stat spreads. And the moves, they're fairly standard, so I won't go much into it. The weirdest thing here would be the two dart moves on Archaludon, and I'm basically just testing to see which one works best for it. But yeah, this team is fairly balanced, or at least to me. But then again, I'm not a professional, so you should take that with a lot of grains of salt. But yeah, we've got Sneasler for the fairy types, and the steel types like King Gambit. And then Archaludon and Dragonite, if you position them well, they can be really devastating to the opposing team. And as for Espathra, it's basically used for support for Archaludon and Dragonite. Use it to get one or two Calm Minds off, and then with its ability Speed Boost, then we get some Speed Boost, especially for Archaludon. It's fairly slow, so yeah, we want to get some Calm Minds up, and then just button pass to either Archaludon or Dragonite, depending on the matchup. And then we know Palafin, and I basically just have Incineroar here just to ward people off. Everybody knows what it does. So, but I rarely used it, so I just have it here to try to get the opponents to read around me bringing it when I'm not gonna actually bringing it. When I'm not gonna be bringing it. But yeah, so this is the team, and let's get right into the battles. I do hope you enjoy them as much as I did. Right, so let's get into the games. And we have our first opponent. Right, so for this opponent, I decided to just go with Espathra as our lead, with the Dragonite and our Chaludan as our other Pokemon. And that's just because I'm seeing a Garchomp and the Hippowdon as their potential leads to maybe get up their rocks. And my Espathra should deal with those pretty nicely. Uh, they also may bring the Corviknight, and I do have Flamethrower and on my Dragonite for that. Also, potentially for Mega Feraligatr, which is always scary, but we should live the hits comfortably with our Chaladon if we start getting our defense boosts, and with a multi-scale. Hopefully, they don't get too much boost with their Dragonance if that's what they decide to do. But Dragonite should survive one hit. and get the potential KO with our dragon stab move. So yeah, let's just see what they lead, and then we can go from there. We're leading Esperanza here just so we can lower their defenses, raise our speed, and maybe get some combines up, and then yeah, then we can definitely go from there. So yeah, let's just see what they bring. All right, here we go. So they decide to lead Frostas, which I guess isn't bad for them. And I do believe, well, let's just see. Hopefully, we do get to get this command off. So yeah, let's go for that and see what they do. Hopefully, they don't go for the shadow ball off back and KO us. Yeah, and they Mega Evolve as well too. There's your snow. Okay, they decided to go Auroraville. So I guess not bad. So we do get a command off. So we are guaranteed to take at least one hit from them, and we are gonna get our speed boost too. So we should be faster on the next turn. But I think the best thing to do here would be just to try to stall out these Veils. So let's protect here, see what they want to do. Yeah, they Shadow Ball, so they're going on the offensive now. So let's get another Calm Mind off, so we can live whatever other hit they do more comfortably. They go for the Blizzard. Hopefully we don't freeze. Yeah, so we leave that fairly comfortably, and with our leftovers we will recover quite a bit. So let's go for another Protect here. Just stall some more turns. And what's that? I think that's their third turn. So we yeah, I think it's their third, or maybe their fourth. So I do believe we should be able to baton pass here. And we are going into yeah, let's go Archalodon here. We should be able to live this Blizzard. I think they're just going for Blizzard, so we should be living at +2. I know our special defenses are pretty low, but we should live at +2, and hopefully we don't get a freeze. Yeah, so there's a Blizzard. Yeah, fairly comfortably. That's less than half. So yeah, I think we're good to go. Yep, and the snow and the veil are done. So at this point, we're definitely outspeeding this Frostlass. This is basically the fastest Archalodon there is. I think we're at plus what, 5. So we're definitely outspeeding everything that they have to choose. So let's just go for the steel move here. And they switched to Garchomp, so not bad. But this is doing a lot. Yeah, there you go. And that's not a Scarf, so maybe min damage. But let's just clean up with a Dragon Pulse. Alright, there we go. That's one down. Let's see if they want to bring back out the Frostlass. Oh, and Mimikyu comes out, so I'm guessing they're gonna try to go for maybe a fighting move. But we're gonna live that. Our defenses are pretty good, and we do have that +1 from the Blizzard. Yeah, so they Drain Punch, and we do have our Chople Berry too. So we're definitely living. Yeah, that did nothing. Definitely living that. And then we do get to kill them on the other turn. Also, they go for another Shadow Sneak to try to raise our defense even more. But they forfeit. So yeah, I guess they're not trying to waste any time, right? So that's the first game for us, and GG's to them. All right, on to our other game. We do have our opponent here. And looking at their team, I'm seeing I'm seeing two theories here, so I'm definitely bringing Sneasler, but I see a Garchomp here, which they want to lead with. So Espathra, definitely choosing Espathra. Well, Espathra is the designated, well, most time my designated lead anyway. So Espathra, Sneasler, and I guess Archaludon. Archaludon should be able to handle those fairies if they decide to use them anyway. Yeah, it should. Yeah, and they have physical attackers. So yeah, Archaludon should work here with my other two. Let's just see what they bring. Yeah, they decide to lead Garchomp. I'm guessing just to set up rocks. That's the that's usually what they try to do first. So I can try to Calm Mind here. Calm Mind while they get their rocks up if they decide to go for that. And oh, we're also faster, so I guess it's not a it's not a it's not an attacker, or at least not a fast attacker. And they do go for the rock, so I guess good for them if that's what they want to do. But let's just protect here. I know they also do run Dragon Tail, so let's just start here to see if that's what they see if they're doing that too. Okay, no, so they go for Outrage. It's pretty good for us, so now we can start attacking. So we are at +1 in special attack and special defense, so we can go for our Luminacar share and see how they go from here. I'm not even sure we can live an Outrage, can we? Yeah, pretty good HP investment. So we have nice crit there, unfortunately for them. But let's see if we live this Outrage. Oh yeah, we do. So good for us. And the reason why I'm not really worried about Espathra dying here is because I do have my Sneasler, which can outspeed this Garchomp. But yeah, another Luminacar should take this Garchomp out. Yep, and that's one down. See what else they have. Their speed boost. Meganium, yeah. We can attack here, but I think it's best to just preserve our Espathra here and switch out. Especially seeing here that it's a Mega Meganium. Yes, it's best to preserve it for later because we don't know what else they have in the back. We may want to preserve the Espathra for the speed boosts for our Archaludon. But let's just go Sneasler. Yeah, just looking at their team too. Yeah, Sneasler is definitely the one we want to go with here, especially if they have that the Primarina too. We should live this. Yeah, we live this fairly comfortably. It's a neutral hit. But yeah, let's fake out just for a little extra damage, and then we can Dark Claw. Hopefully they don't bring the King Gambit, right? That would not be good for our Sneasler here, but let's just Dire Claw. It doesn't look like they're switching anyway, so yeah, they don't switch. They just give us the Mega Meganium. What's their last? Oh, it's Rotom. Yes, I didn't decide to bring the fairies, but yeah, we can just close combat here. I don't think we're dying. We're dying to a Thunderbolt from this, and we do over half there, so pretty good. But they have a citrus berry. Oh, they decided to go for a Will-O-Wisp. I guess it's not that great, but we'll still survive. I don't think Rotom has a stat boosting move, so we can just go for some Dark Claws here and hopefully get a status on it. Maybe a flinch. And just keep attacking until we get it low enough, or we go down. Then we can just send out Archaludon and clean up. that's two Dark Claws and no status, but it's fine. Alright, so yeah, let's go Archaludon here, and hopefully we just get the 1-8 KO. I don't want to send Esprather and then we end up taking the Stealth Rock's damage and not knocking it out with the Lumina Crash. And oh wow, surprisingly we're faster than this Rotom. And we do get the KO from the Dragon Pulse. So yeah, GG's. Another win for us. Alright, so on to our other battle. And here's our opponent. So yeah, looking at their team, initially I was thinking about leading with Espather with Archaludon and maybe Sneasler and Sneasler or Palafin. And that's considering Garchomp as their lead and also to account for their Floet. And looking at the Glimora and Chandelure there, Palafin would be a good choice. But then I decided it's better to just go Palafin as my lead, because if they do lead Garchomp, that's a fair match. And especially if they lead Chandelure or Glimora, that would be pretty good for us. So yeah, I think that's better with Palafin and Espather and Archaludon in the back, and just this just so I can get my Archaludon set up for whatever else they may have. But yeah, let's just see what they bring. And unfortunately, they decided to lead with a Corviknight, which isn't really a good matchup for our Palafin here. But that's why we have our flip turn anyway. So let's just flip turn out of there and maybe go Espathra just to get some commons off, so we can get our Archaludon set up. I don't think Corviknight would do that much to Archaludon anyway. So we can just try to get some. Oh yeah, and definitely not gonna work out well for our Palafin there. But still not gonna do much with body press to our Espather and our Arch. So let's just set a command up here. We do ideally want to get up to +2, just so we can take it out fairly quickly. I do think it has mirror armor as its ability as well, so I don't want to be attacking it with Lumina Crash. We're basically just losing all our special defense raise, that is, if we manage to get any, that is. But yeah, let's just go for another combine, see what they want to do. And we did leave that body press, the initial body press, fairly well, so we should be able to just get this command off and then button pass to our Arch. When they U-turn, so it's a good thing they don't normally. I don't think they normally bring a lot of, if they're running body press and iron defense, they don't normally invest well in their attack, so I guess that's pretty good for us. So we can see what they do here, decide who we want to go in. But I'm thinking more because we already have a +2 setup, and we do have maybe I think +3 in speed, so I think we're just gonna go to Archaludon anyway. But let's just see who they switch into. Oh, it's a Floet, so definitely gonna Mega Evolve here, and yeah, I think our Archaludon should survive one Light of Ruin, hopefully at +2, right? And its special defenses is really low. Or at least that's what I'm thinking anyway. But yeah, let's just button pass to Archaludon. Hope for the best. Okay, and they Moonblast, so we should live this, yeah. Yeah, and not even half, so So good. We would have definitely leave that Light of Ruin if they decided to go for that. But I do think a Flash Cannon here at +2 should take out the Mega Floet. Yeah, and pretty easy KO there. But let's just see what else they have brought. They're taking some time to make their. They did have a Garchomp in the. Why they didn't decide to lead with it. But yeah, we are gonna be able to take it out with a Dragon Pulse here if it's not slashed. Yeah, pretty easy kill, and we're definitely not worried about the Carvanite. Yeah, with just some Dark Pulse. Two should be enough. Like +2. Yeah, definitely. And the body press, yeah, not doing that much, especially with our Chopper Berry. Yeah. Yeah, so we should be able to take it out with another Dark Pulse, and that should be GG's. Yeah, there's the Dark Pulse for the KO and for the game. GG's to them. And the win for us. Alright, so we're on to our other battle. I'm looking at our opponent's team. The main ones I'm concerned about are the Mimikyu, the Zoroark, and the Lopunny. And with that in mind, I'm thinking I want to bring my Archaludon, Palafin, and Sleezer just for a bit of speed control and damage output. So yeah, I'm also concerned about, well, the reason why they'd want to bring the Zoroark would be to trick me, right? So I'm not trying to fall for the Zoroark trick. And yeah, so then I'm bringing those two, and knowing that I'm gonna bring Palafin, I might as well just lead with it, so I can, if anything, I can just switch out to get activated. So yeah, let's just bring those three and see what the opponent brings, and we'll go from there. So yeah, I think that yeah, we can work with that. All right, let's see what they begin with. Alright, so they start Lopunny. Well, it could also obviously be the Zoroark, but just to try to play it a bit safe, I'm gonna switch to Archaludon just in case they mega and go for a fake out. That way we can get a defense raise and hopefully live whatever fighting move they decide to go for. Okay, and the Willow, so obviously the Zoroark here. And it's a good thing we switched as well, because if anything wants to be burned on this with the three that I chose, it's the Archaludon. Yeah, so let's Dark Pulse here for some super effective damage and see what the opponent wants to do. Oh, they go for a Snarl. That's not really good for special attack, but at least we're at +2. Well, at +1 I went. I was thinking that we had gotten the fake out, but yeah. Well, unfortunately they live on 12. So if we hadn't gotten that special attack drop, the Zoroark would have been KO'd if it's not slashed. Sorry. But yeah. So well, let's just go for another. Let's go for another Dark Pulse. and they switch, and the actual Lopunny comes out. But we are at +1, so that's our, well, kind of the idea. What we wanted going into fighting the Mega Lopunny at least. So let's Dragon Pulse here, and we're lower health than we'd have wanted. But let's see how much we take. We do have our Chopper Berry too, so the Chopper Berry plus the +1 defense, and they Dread Punch, so shouldn't be doing that much, right? Yeah, so there they go. Let's see how much we do with the Dragon Pulse, and we get another defense raise. There's a fair amount considering we are at -1. And here, so I'm thinking it didn't do much initially because of the Chopper Berry, but we already used it, and I'm thinking here, considering the damage that they did, we may be able to survive this. But yeah, unfortunately, I was wrong about that. Just trying to do some mental math here. I was almost sure that we'd live, but maybe the first one was actually min damage, or this one is max damage. Yeah. But let's just go Sneasel here, where we can fake out and maybe close combat if they don't switch. Of course, if I was them, I'd switch too, but hopefully they don't, so we get some damage off. And yeah, if we do get the fake out off and the close combat off, then we should be able to outspeed basically their whole team after. And unfortunately, they do switch into the Zoroark and the fake out, so it fails. It's just a matter of if we outspeed this Zoroark without our speed boost. Excuse me. Unfortunately, we don't, and unfortunately, we also get burnt, which is never great for a Sneasler. But we should be able to take it out with the throw chop, and then it's just up to seeing if we can beat the Lopunny or whatever else they have, whatever else they want to go out into. Excuse me. They're taking some time to select their mana, but let's see what they choose. When they go Basculegion, and this is the female Basculegion, special attacker if I'm not mistaken. But let's just throw chop, see how much we do. Hopefully we can 2-hit KO, and hopefully it doesn't knock us out with whatever it wants to do. Shadow Wall maybe. Oh, it's physical. If we do go down, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure this is the special attacker, right? But yeah, anyway, we should be able to KO it with this throw chop. We're in our hero form after all. Quick claw, come on, are you kidding me, game? Jeez. So they do have a quick claw, and they unfortunately get the quick claw that turn, so jeez. So yeah, that with the damage that Wave Crash did. Oh no, that Last Respect, sorry. with the damage that did, this is gonna be just a an easy KO for the Lopunny here, and they have Thunder Punch too. Uh, I don't even know how much that would have done at full health, but I get it doesn't really matter now because that's GG's for them. Unfortunately, they do win, but that's just how the game goes sometimes. Really, really unfortunate with that. Unfortunate with that quick claw, but what are you gonna do? All right, so going into what will be our final battle for this video. Yeah, so looking at our opponent's team, uh, pretty sure they want to lead either Garchomp or the Archaludon here just for rocks. Yeah, yeah, I think that's what they. Pretty sure that's what they're either one of those is their lead. So I think I'm just gonna work with the Espatha lead here, and Archaludon and Dragonite. I'm seeing quite a bunch of dragons here already. So, and when I see dragons, I tend to go Dragonite just to, well, after getting some boost from Espatha, of course, should be able to take them out without much effort. So, let's go Espatha, Arch, and Dragonite. See what they decide to lead with. All right, let's get into it. Okay, they lead Archaludon here. Not bad. So I'm assuming rocks, of course. So let's go Calm Mind here. Yeah, they're the rocks. These Archaludons also do tend to carry the roar, the sets with rocks. So let's protect. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter if we protect, but just protect just to see if they have it. Roar does go through protect. Okay, they T-bolt, so not bad. So we can go for a Luminacash here, just so we can get that special defense drop. Also seeing what they're gonna do next. Oh, and that's pretty good chunk of damage. But we are at +1, and Archaludon doesn't have a lot of special defense anyway. It was still good damage, and they Thunderbolt again, and they did a fair amount too, especially considering we're at +1 special defense. So I think it's fairly safe to go for another another Calm Mind. Yeah, and then we can button pass. I don't think we're gonna take it out with the other Luminacash. They are recovering health. Oh, and they Draco. Hopefully, hopefully we live this. Okay, yeah, we live it. It's pretty worrying there. But yeah, we live. But yeah, let's get out of here, and we can go into Dragonite, and we're gonna take some Stealth Rocks damage. So hopefully, the Archaludon at -1 doesn't take us out. Yeah, considering either, yeah, let us go Dragonite. I was just considering using Arch there up against the rest of their team. But Dragonite's better. Plus, I don't think we've used Dragonite in a while actually. And it is our it's our only Mega, and they get an unfortunate miss here. Sucks for them, but it's still the game. So yeah, let's Mega Evolve on Dragon Pulse. It's definitely gonna KO. And if things go away, this should be a nice little sweep. Yep, so the Archaludon goes down. They are taking some time here. And here they come with a Lucario, and they should be a easy KO. Hopefully they're well, if it's the Mega, they're still going down. Hopefully it's not slashed. Yeah, it's not slashed though. Yeah, easy KO. We are at plus two special attack and special defense, and quite a bit of speed boost. And the King Gambit here. Oh, I know they may wanna they may wanna sucker punch, right? So let's just go for the roost first to see what they do. Okay, so no sucker punch, and we are restoring our multi scale here too. So they caught out cleave. That's quite a bit, but let's just go for the flamethrower. Doesn't look like they're sucker punching, so hopefully they think yeah, go for it again and decide to attack. And with that, the King Gambit goes down for the win. Yeah, and GG's to our opponent. And nice little win for us. And we are actually gonna call it here for this video. As always, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.